Want to hear some things reviewers had to say about my work this year? I'm sharing some of that with you right now. Hi everybody, I'm Leigh from teachingacademia.com, and I'm all about giving you the tools you need to navigate academia to make your best impact. Today, we're going to be talking about things reviewers have said about my work, and I'm going to lay out here for you the ground rules and then tell you why it is that I'm doing this. So first of all, here are the ground rules. Obviously, I've had a lot of feedback this year. I can't share all of that with you. So what I did was I picked 6 examples and I've grouped them into pairs. So you'll get 3 pairs presented to you, and they're all the pairs are related, right? So it could be, I don't remember what I have off the top of my head, but something like, things reviewers have said about my theoretical framework, or things reviewers said about the way I write in general, right? So you'll get 2 typically competing, polar opposite sometimes, perspectives about what reviewers have to say about my work. So that's how I'm going to be presenting that to you. Why am I doing this? I think it's important to know, to understand that we all experience not just rejection, but we all experience in a review a range of feedback. And so even though today we're not going to be talking about what do I do with this feedback, that's going to be in a separate video, but I just want to sort of share with you the kinds of things that I have to deal with, respond to, etc. So while things do get better, do improve as you go along in your career, the kind of stuff that I'm going to share with you today, it's always there, it's normal, okay? So let's get into it. I do want to say that all of this comes from the same manuscript, so keep that in mind. All the feedback you're hearing today, it's everybody commenting on it on the same piece. They all read the same piece. Okay, so here we go. This is the first set, and the first reviewer for this one said, the manuscript does not reach the standards of high quality research article. If I was being nice, I would have put of A in there, but that's not how the reviewer wrote it. The reviewer chose to critique my ability to write with a grammatical error. All right, so like I said, there's a competing one. So let's hear what the other reviewer had to say. Person wrote, in terms of rigor, I feel that this study is well explained and analyzed. There you go. I got one person that thinks that this is just not a high quality research piece. I got another person that thinks, hey, this is an excellent high quality research piece. Did they cancel each other out and make it a neutral piece? I don't know. All right, let's take a look at the second pairing. Okay, here's what one reviewer had to say. The theoretical framework is discussed quite in a shallow manner. Yeah, so you know what? I'm gonna tell you something here. That's a fair comment. I did not do my best with the theoretical framework in that article. I got kind of tired, and all right, it's fair. But let's see what the other reviewer had to say about my theoretical framework. I wish the author would expand the literature review a bit and the framing of the remainder of the paper to take this, whatever the feedback was, take this into account. Yet, as I suggest this, I think the submission is well framed as it is currently situated. Okay, so let me see if I get this straight. This person is kind of wishing maybe I might do a little bit more with my literature review and my theoretical framework, but by the time the reviewer got done writing and processing things in their brain, they decided it's okay. Not sure about that, but basically we got somebody that says it's shallow and somebody else that says, I think it's pretty good. For this one, I'm going to go with the theoretical framework was shallow because that is a fair critique of what I work. I was being a little lazy. All right, so let's take a look at the last pairing. Okay, here's what the reviewer wrote. The findings make a scholarly contribution, but not a particularly significant one. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. Am I supposed to be happy? Am I supposed to be sad? Am I supposed to defend my findings to the death? I don't really know what's going on here. But okay, so you think it made some kind of contribution, but not a really great one. So maybe my study's wasn't needed. All right. Well, let's see what the other reviewer had to say, shall we? In sum, given the aim of this study, I think the author's data could tell a significant scholarly story. Okay, So there you have it. I got somebody that thinks the paper makes a contribution, but not really a very important, potentially necessary or worthwhile necessary one. And another one who said, hey, this has a great story to tell. This makes a significant scholarly contribution. So there were 4 reviewers on this article. I've just highlighted 2 here for you, but you can sort of see how just these 2 people have very different thoughts and critiques on my paper. And really, when it comes down to it, I do agree that the theoretical framework for this paper was shallow. In general, I do think it makes a good scholarly contribution. And I do think it's pretty well written. It wasn't perfect by any means. What did I do with this? Okay. So this particular manuscript got to revise and resubmit. And that's exactly what I did. I revised and resubmitted. I'd actually just hit resubmit button not too long ago. So I'm hoping in just maybe a month or so from now, from the time this video is published, that I will be hearing an update on if this manuscript got accepted. But I will tell you this, I took everybody's comments seriously. I revised it to really take into consideration what people were asking me to do. And in the end, this piece, even if it doesn't get accepted, in the end, this piece is fantastic. And I'm so much prouder of it. I feel so much better about it. That said, obviously some of this stuff is a little difficult to swallow at first. It's hard to hear that, your theoretical framework is shallow, even if you agree with that, which I did, right? It's hard to hear that, hey, I think your paper, your research project made a contribution, but not a really significant or important one. Even when somebody else is saying they disagree, it's still hard to hear, but it's normal. It's part of the process. You get up, you keep on rolling with it. Those are things that reviewers had to say about me this year. I can't wait to see what they say in the upcoming year. I'll be sharing those with you as well. If you like this video and want more tips, go ahead and join me over on the next video, and I'll see you there.